On the edge of a noisy city, between tall buildings and crowded streets, lived a small orange stray cat. She had no name, no home, no one waiting for her. Every morning she woke up to the sound of honking cars and rushing footsteps. The world moved fast around her, but she moved with quiet determination. Life had not been kind to her. She searched through trash bins for scraps of food. She walked carefully between strangers who barely noticed her existence. Sometimes people waved her away. Sometimes they shouted. Sometimes they simply looked through her, as if she wasn't even there. But even on the hardest days, she kept walking. One afternoon, she smelled food coming from behind a tall brick wall. Her stomach growled. It had been 2 days since her last real meal. She stood in front of the wall and looked up. It was high, too high for a small, tired cat. Still, she bent her legs and jumped. She slipped. She fell back to the ground. For a few seconds, she didn't move. The pain in her paws matched the heaviness in her heart. Maybe it was impossible. Maybe it was too much. But then, slowly, she stood up again. Because hunger is powerful, but hope is stronger. She stepped back, focused her eyes, and jumped again. This time she reached a little higher. Not enough, but closer. And sometimes closer is all you need to keep going. The nights were even more difficult. Cold winds blew through the empty streets. She curled up under parked cars or near closed shops, her thin body shaking. She was alone, but she was not defeated. Every sunrise gave her another chance, another opportunity to try again. Days passed, and the little cat grew thinner. Her paws were sore, her fur was dusty. Yet something inside her refused to break. One evening, as golden sunlight covered the market street, she slowly walked past a small vegetable stall. An old vendor noticed her watching quietly from a distance. She did not beg, she did not cry. She simply stood there, tired but dignified. The man saw something in her eyes, not weakness, strength. Without saying a word, he placed a small bowl of food near the corner of his stall and stepped back. The cat hesitated. Life had taught her to be careful. But life had also taught her to be brave. Slowly, step by step, she walked forward. She sniffed the bowl and took a bite, then another. It wasn't just food, it was proof. Proof that surviving long enough can change everything. From that day on, she returned to the stall. The vendor left water, sometimes a blanket. Slowly, she grew healthier. Her fur began to shine again. Her eyes looked brighter. Her steps became stronger. The same streets that once felt cold and cruel now felt different. Not because the world had changed overnight, but because she had survived long enough to see better days. She had fallen many times. She had been rejected, ignored, pushed away, but she never allowed her struggles to decide her story. And that is the difference between giving up and growing stronger. The smallest creatures often carry the biggest lessons. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just have to keep going. One more step, one more jump, one more try. Because sometimes success is not about never falling. It's about rising every single time you do. That little stray cat never gave up, and because she didn't, her life changed. So if you feel tired, if you feel unnoticed, if you feel like the wall in front of you is too high, remember her. Step back, focus, and jump again. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. Never give up, because the story isn't over yet.